Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking inside Campbell Hall for New Texas Pro Wrestling presents Indie Showcase for a melting pot, if you will, of independent promotions coming together for this show tonight. And we are going to kick things off tonight with the Premier Wrestling Federation Ascension Championship match. Alongside commentary with me tonight is Jacob King. I am the Professor Trent Gilbo, and Jacob, we know these guys very well in our time spent down in PWF.
Absolutely, Trent. I don't think that there's anybody more well acquainted with Chris or Caine Carter than you and myself. In fact, Caine Carter's first match in PWF was with Chris Carter, and I've been following this thing since the beginning. I've wanted to see this rematch for just as long.
Chris Carter, a PWF original, if you will, looking to take hold of the Ascension Championship on his way into PWF Presents Anarchy down here in Houston, Texas at the Houston Premier Arena on July 6th, where he and a bunch of other PWF originals will face off in a warfare match, if you will, Survivor Series style even, against the so-called new blood of the Premier Wrestling Federation, led by Caine Carter, the current Ascension champion. And what a coup, if you will, Jacob, it would be for Chris Carter to take that championship going into Anarchy coming up this July the 6th.
Absolutely, Trent, and Chris is no stranger to championship gold. Has held the PWF Premier Championship, has been a Loco Wrestling champion, and he is a workhorse. I've already seen him perform in 2 matches this weekend.
Chris Carter, no stranger to the grind, as we call it.
Well, I'm grinding my teeth.
Well, I know your feelings of the this next competitor about to come through the curtain. You see the current PWF Ascension champion, Caine Carter. Sugar. We've added Sugar to the name now, Jacob.
The man is accumulating nicknames like nobody's business and accumulating accolades as well. Can't put anything past his talent. The guy is a stellar athlete whenever he steps into the ring. He's just a massive pain in my ass.
That he is. I know your disdain for this individual. Very much so, as we hear on a monthly basis down at Houston Premier Arena.
First Saturday of every month.
You can check the social media accounts of the Premier Wrestling Federation at Premier Wrestling Federation and stay up to date with all the ongoings that PWF has in their promotion.
Not a lot of fans in the house for this particular Carter, unsurprisingly.
just if I will for a moment, I see a sign that a fan is holding up saying, "I hope Carter wins." That's funny because they're both Carter last names.
We're gonna have to send one of our backstage officials to get clarification on that particular sign.
So Jacob and I know this championship very well, but those of you witnessing a PWF match for the very first time, that Ascension Championship right there is equivalent to Money in the Bank briefcase, if you will. That championship belt can be cashed in for a PWF Premier title opportunity anytime, anywhere. The only thing is that title right there gets defended more often than the briefcase does. So,
well, I will give that to Caine Carter. If you would have asked me a year ago, is this guy the type who would defend that championship on the regular, I would have said no, but
it'd be no. And Chris Carter going right at Caine Carter. Just going to be doing my best to go first names here tonight. Referee breaking up Chris.
Chris Carter laying in the hard hard hits to the top of the dome on Caine Carter here, but Caine coming out of the corner has Chris up for that power bomb. Sunset flip into the cover.
Another cover right there.
Back and forth covers. These two insanely quick. Chris Carter, though, known for that maneuverability, especially following that quick excursion that he took down to Mexico at the tail end of last year and early 2020.
Saw some of that on display right there. Quick, fast-paced lucha style. There you see more with that handspring comeback enziguri on Caine Carter as Caine strolls out onto the apron on the outside, which is dangerous territory for him when you're in a matchup with Chris Carter.
Yeah, Chris Carter is not afraid to take the fight to the outside, as it looks like he's prepared to do here. Rebound off the ropes.
Oh, got caught right there with a European uppercut, stunning Chris. And now the fight has ensued to the outside right in front of our audience here in the front row. Caine destroying that lower back of Chris. And that lower back, it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be very difficult for Chris Carter to do some of those high-flying maneuvers. Oh, Caine Carter now
taking a spill right into the front row.
Taking a spill, he's taking a bunch of seats.
I'm not sure what the chair deposit here is at Campbell Hall, but I'm concerned.
In our time down at Premier, you know that deposit isn't much.
2 count there by Chris on Caine. And you've got to imagine whether or not the title changes hands here tonight, this match is going to have lasting implications on that Warfare match at Anarchy. Both of these men.
Oh, Caine pull the referee in the way.
What a cheap trick.
Oh, well, it was smart enough to get the advantage right there as Caine now taking the boots to Chris in the corner. The tide has turned.
And you know, that's exactly what I have to say about Caine Carter. He's going to take every cheap shot in the book, cheaper than that $2 haircut. Big thudding knife edge chop from Caine.
Oh, Chris turning the tables, doing one of his own. Oh, getting a receipt now.
Yeah, these two just trying to strip flesh off bone with those chops. There's real aggression between these two, real animosity.
Oh, there's some strength on display from Caine Carter.
He's a show-off, plain and simple. Cover. 2 count.
Now the knee pads coming down from Caine, looking to utilize that bone in some capacity on Chris. Chris trying to find a way to fight up. Was picked up and met with a big body slam. Oh, there's the knee right there. That's how he was doing it. Straight to the head. And there's
nonchalant cover.
There's that cover. I couldn't even come up with the word because it was so ridiculous.
Caine, Irish whip. Chris into the corner, followed up with a big clothesline. Just mass on mass. It's just a physics lesson in brutality in the corner against against Chris Carter from Caine Carter. And again, I hate this man.
Oh, back elbow from Chris to Caine. Chris trying to fight out of that corner, is able to do so, sort of. Caine caught him, going for a German suplex, countered. Landing on his feet is Chris. Springboard off the middle rope, got caught with a drop kick in mid-air, and now they're cover 2.
Well, just a 2 count, however, off that drop kick, which landed on the money. Just perfect rebound drop kick. Again, you cannot fault the athleticism or the prowess of Caine Carter. As he ascends to the top here, looking to pull something big out.
Oh, missile drop kick, no one home.
Chris Carter evades. As we've said in the past, Chris Carter, one of the fastest individuals you'll ever see step between those ropes. And the fans are chanting, "Let's go, Chris."
Just to be specific. Off the middle rope, head scissor takeover. Now, middle rope, springboard, doing that hit. Head scissor takeover once more.
Look at the
Oh,
rebound.
wow. Now, Chris going for the cover.
Deep cover, but not enough to put away Caine Carter just yet.
That was just a taste of some of the exciting maneuvers that Chris Carter has within his arsenal. I'm looking around, Jacob, actually, to see what he can jump off of here in Campbell Hall.
Yeah, Chris Carter, the one thing you can say about him is he gives his all in every single match. And you have to look at his game plan going into this thing, and you have to ask, how much is he willing to give, knowing he has that warfare match lined up? Is he going to hold anything back? Is he going to preserve himself, knowing that so much is on the line in just a few short weeks? He's got a whole team relying on him, and he's got the whole honor of the PWF Originals riding on his back.
Oh, right now, Caine Carter has him in a bad spot. Oh, my goodness! Using the ropes in a blue Thunderbomb variation. There's a cover. Good gosh.
An avalanche Thunder Bomb out of the corner, and Chris Carter kicks out, once again showcasing that resilience that we've come to associate with him here at PWF.
That maneuver would have ended almost any other match, Jacob.
Well, Chris Carter, as I've said, he can bounce back better than anybody that I've ever seen. He's professional wrestling's rubber man.
I agree with you on that. There's a whole lot of pain that we've seen Chris Carter endure. He's a very high pain tolerance threshold.
And now Caine may be looking to put this thing away.
Oh, Jacob, look, it looks like he's going for the T5. Oh,
countered by Chris. Chris up, off the ropes. Tilt to whirl.
oh,
Cutter.
wow.
And now he has Caine Carter dazed. Might be looking for that God Cutter. There it is.
That's it.
We might have a new Ascension champion. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
No. Just a 2 count.
There you see Chris in shock. He believed this match was over, and a lot of this audience thought so as well.
I'm going to have to ask Haley Danielle, but I don't know the last time anyone kicked out of a God Cutter.
I don't think Chris realized it either, but now looking up top, you know what this could mean, Jacob.
Well, when Chris Carter takes flight.
Oh, got the knees
right
up.
to the ribs.
Caine got the knees up. And now
into the crossface.
The Caine crossface. The Carter crossface. Whatever you want to call it, it's in the middle of the ring. Chris has nowhere to go. Chris trying to reach back, trying to scoot his way to the bottom rope, trying to reach with his feet. This crowd trying to get behind him.
I would not fault him at all for tapping out right here.
And that's it. He sees, taps out. Chris Carter taps out.
If you saw Chris Carter in action on Friday at Houston Premier Arena at Pride Style, he took a massive beating to those ribs. I am not surprised that he tapped out. Any other night, he might have been able to hold out, but as I said, the workhorse might have been worn down just a little bit too much to overcome the onslaught from Caine Carter.
Well, Caine Carter retains the Ascension Championship here tonight at Texas Indie Showcase 4 and has built momentum for himself going into PWF Presents Anarchy on July the 6th. You can catch that show live on IWTV. As you are currently witnessing this show, we thank you for watching on IWTV, as we have many more great promotions being represented here tonight.
Well, I'm going to watch all of those promotions with a drink in hand because, as is tradition after every Caine Carter victory, I'm going to drink myself into a stupor. Thank you, Trent.
Thank you, Jacob. Jacob King, ladies and gentlemen. As you see Caine Carter walking around, flaunting his championship, trying to intimidate some people here.